Okay, they're listed as being out of Maryland, but I don't know. I'm thinking cover story possibly. They're well into the top 20 on Foundations with a second tune already. We'll get to that. And now they're climbing the BDS charts with that very tune, but they're on the BDS charts with a different tune. Is that confusing enough? I'm joined by Weed from the Oddeven. How's it going, sir?
Hey, what's happening, brother? How are you?
I am doing well, man. Thank you for coming on Real Rock Nights. I appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, man.
So first off, let's start. How does it feel to be like one of the bands that's kind of shaping the rock landscape for today?
I mean, stuff's exciting. This year has obviously been a little bit challenging, but we've certainly tried to make the most of it. Just writing and recording, making sure we're getting out there on the radio and getting out to the masses. And we're looking for a big 2021 and beyond.
I want to clue the Real Rock Nights listeners into the innovativeness that the Oddeven kind of brings. Now, your about section on the band is simply, I thought this was kind of cool. No human DNA found, Oddeven, we should play music. Excuse me. We should play music. Okay.
Right.
Can you clue my listeners in on exactly what that means?
So true story. I'm playing in a band with a guy named E.T., right?
Okay.
And we decided to part ways from that band. And when we got together, we were thinking we wanted to kind of go along the same genre, still playing that hard rock that's sort of 90s, 2000 sound. And simultaneously, I knew from a kid that I was adopted. I got the Ancestry DNA kit just to see, hey, let's see what this is all about, where I'm from, maybe meet somebody like a parent or a cousin, and literally had to do it 3 times. It was rejected because they couldn't get a solid DNA read. And so, of course, we were like, that's kind of odd even. And, somebody was like, maybe you're an alien. And I was like, well, I am playing with ET, and we rolled with the whole Oddeven thing, and the alien theme took landscape as it would be.
The alien theme is awesome, man. Your video for Again, is that motion capture, or how were the aliens? Because you have aliens on there dancing in unison. So how in the hell did you guys do that?
Yeah, pretty wild stuff. So ET is a video editor. So he worked for Discovery Channel for a while. Now he's doing some really cool stuff with the folks at Apple. So we leave all that great stuff to him. We normally get somebody that he trusts to come out and shoot the videos and stuff. And then he does his magic behind the scenes, and voila.
You get it, man. You get the awesome visuals. Now, I was talking about two different songs, and the first song that we played that went to number 5 on our flagship station. That was your song Again.
Yep.
And now we've been playing your song Bleed for Something. And Bleed for Something is poised to go to number 1, man. You're sitting in number 2 right now, and it's like a fight, man. So I'm waiting for next week. I really am, because whenever we interview a band on here, it's like they shoot up like about 5 spaces. Well, you don't have 5 spaces to go, dude. There's only one place to go, man. Now, you played with some. I looked at some of the bands that you played with, and you guys, there had to be different. You had to be in different incarnations of bands, or maybe the Oddeven has had different members over time, and basically it's kind of formed into what it is now. But like Faster Pussycat, Bang Tango, Soulfly, was that? I'm guessing that was in the late 90s. And
you're talking about playing with them?
Yeah, and
that was that was at the end of 2019.
End of 20. Oh, that was it. Oh, I didn't even know that Soulfly was still active.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Actually, hell of a big crowd. We played with them down in Athens, Georgia, at the 40 Watt Club. It was an awesome show.
Oh, that's cool as hell, man. Now, I saw on your bio, and I don't really research the bands too much on this because I want to have more of conversation than just that dumbass radio dude asking a question. waiting until you shut up and then asking a second question. Now, on your about section of your Facebook profile, it says you had 6 drummers. And but yet it says the band was founded in 2019. And then it says after that, the late 90s and the early 10s started calling and we answered the phone. Okay,
Yeah.
clue me
So
in on what you mean by that, man. That's
So,
kind of weird.
yeah. So 2019 is actually the start of the band. As I mentioned, ET and I were playing in another band. We did a show with Saliva, and then we did a couple shows with Sponge. And we sort of kind of felt like we were being, I guess the word stifled a little bit, easy for me to say, creatively.
Okay.
So we parted ways with those guys and went out and found Rob, who's our current singer, and said, okay, now let's find a drummer. And we literally went through this series of drummers in like 2 months. It was crazy. Like, one guy had a drug problem. One guy was depressed. One guy couldn't find the time to go on the road. And, I've worked in the industry for a while. I booked a bunch of the shows. I've got partners that help me out. And like literally we got that Faster Pussycat Bang Tango gig like right away. And then right after that, we strung together like a series of 4 shows with, we picked up that Soulfly show. We picked up a 9 Point show. We played with the Dio guys, the Last in Line. And so we were rolling and it was crazy. We literally went through 5 drummers in that time period. After that, we said, all right, let's go make a record at the same time. Let's get a drummer on board that's going to stick. We did the record at the beginning of 2020. Who knew the pandemic was going to hit? But here we are. And then as far as what the bio says, that's simply a reference to kind of our sound.
Okay.
Anytime somebody asks us, what do you guys sound like? It's always kind of, a lot of people reference back to that whole Allison Chains, Soundgarden, sort of that genre, which, we came up on. So if you kind of throw that, when we first started out, maybe that 80s hair metal and then kind of caught on to that whole thing, it's sort of chuck it all in a blender. We get a little bit heavy sometimes we're a little bit more mellow.
Yeah.
But all in all, that's sort of, I guess, the best description of where our sound falls.
Well, what I love the most, and people should go and check this stuff out, just the Oddeven, listen or tune again, and tell me if you don't get, I really don't like to compare bands so much, but with this, man, like what you're saying, man, that 90s like guitar sound, almost like a Soundgarden feel. It's wow is the biggest word that I could give you the first time I heard again.
I'll give you a big cheers to that.
Oh, thank you, man. I wish I had something to, I gotta start having a bottle of Jaeger here with me on the desk, because I keep having a bunch of people like doing that. They're sitting and like hold up like a bottle of Jim Beam or something. I don't have anything, man. And it's not like we're at a show where I can actually like hang with you and drink. Yeah. So,
well, soon.
Yeah. Fingers crossed, man.
That's right.
Hell, testicles crossed. Pain means more than just fingers.
Yeah.
But I love that you kind of had that updated 90s sound to it. Like you were saying, it kind of gets harder in areas and then backs down and gets the more mellow. And it is, I would think that it would bring like old and young together, because there have been times where I've been listening to one of our affiliate stations and one of your songs comes on and I don't even realize it's you guys for like about 30 seconds.
Right.
And because I'm like, wow, I didn't know that they were playing Allison. Oh, wait a minute. No, I can understand the guy.
Right.
But it's cool as hell. I want to let you know, we work closely with Foundation's charts.
Cool.
And the Oddeven has the rare distinction on our flagship station and one of our affiliate stations, because the PD there, she also works really closely with Foundations. And you have the distinction of being the one song, and I'm talking about the song again, that has come off the Foundation's charts to give away for another song of yours that is still in our currents. We have not moved it to our recurrence, because she follows the same formula that I do for the flagship station. It's a cross between, of course, industry stuff, but then also we go by social media. So
Sure.
we go by like tracking awareness, interactions on the spins that we play, because we tweet and we send out like currently playing whatever. And man, your fans are not letting up on your music, man.
Awesome. Awesome. We
It's
love it. We love it.
so I just want to let you know, man, your fans kill it. Current single, like I said, sitting at number 2, Bleed for Something. And I freaking love it, man. And I
Very
want to,
cool. Thank you.
this has got to be number 1. This has
Cool.
got to be. Your website's theoddeven.com. Is that
Yep.
correct?
You got it.
And what social media platforms are you on? Are you on pretty much everything?
And pretty much everything. Instagram, Facebook. We just started tweeting a little bit. That was kind of left to the side for a while.
Okay.
But we're certainly picking that up now that, it was one of those things where we'd see, people in the industry saying, hey, we're playing, again. And I was like, we should probably start focusing on this a little bit more. So we started jumping on that. But yeah, I mean, YouTube, I mean, pick your thing, all the spaces where everyone is.
All the, you type the odd even in, man, a bunch of crap is going to come up. So, well, not crap, but
well, I will tell you this, and we
we
did have a few folks that said, so I typed that in on YouTube, and they got some guy from Pakistan who's like a mathematician. I guess he was working on odds and evens or something. And I said, well, if you're looking for a band and you land on that, that's probably not the guy. Look for aliens and rock guys, and you'll be in the right space.
Well, it's a good idea to put band behind whatever you type in. So the odd even band. So
yeah,
then you'll get to the right place.
Some people need a little bit more help with technology than others, right?
Thank you so much for being here. What do you think 2021 is going to bring us? Do you think that we'll be able to get back to shit like normal this summer? Or
I mean, I hope so. We actually first week of March, we're dipping our toe back in the live show water. We've had 3 shows that were postponed a number of times down in Florida. And it looks like at this point we're gonna roll with Jacksonville, Tampa, and what's the other one? Fort Myers shows. One of them's with LA Guns and Slaughter, but they've been on the books now for over a year.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to be as cautious as possible. It sounds like the clubs are doing pretty well, I guess, with the social distancing, and they're not having too many problems. I mean, we canceled everything last year, so
yeah,
very anxious to get out there. At the same time, we've got a great new record. We just finished the drums this weekend. Just can't wait for that to come out. So we're hoping that we ride this wave of what we've done this year to set us up for 2021, and keep rolling with it. We said, what can we do this year when the pandemic hit? And it was really, hey, let's find a radio partner, a marketing partner. We started talking to the guys in Pavement. They've been fantastic. We went out and got some endorsements, Pig Hog Cables, Clayton USA Picks. We're working on some other stuff, some guitar stuff. So yeah, I mean, we're really just trying to maximize what we could do this year in this downtime until we could get back out. I mean, this band was built on playing live shows. I mean, as I'm sure many bands in this genre are, and it's been, frustrating to say the least to everybody. You got to take that, hey, I'm frustrated and sitting in the basement with kind of weigh that against, is it safe to go out?
exactly.
I think with the vaccine and stuff, we're probably getting close to a point where we can all do this on the regular. And if we can, then, we're looking to hook up with somebody, probably do, maybe a 20 city tour toward the end of the year, something like that.
Okay. All right. Awesome, man. And you get within, like, I want to say 3 states of anywhere that I'm at, man. I am there because
Cool.
I want to see your show live. What would you, if you could put it in like a one word, what would you say an Odd Even show would be like?
Alien. No,
Alien.
no, I mean it's you're gonna see, and this is gonna be a lot more than one word. I mean, you're gonna see, like you said, there's gonna be stuff that's very familiar. You're gonna see some stuff that's unexpected, and I think that's what makes the band a lot of fun. You know, I like all kinds of music. I've played in all different kinds of bands, everything from reggae to funk to hard rock. The other guys in the band have been similar situations, and you know, while we don't bring that stuff to every song, it's in us. And so there's always something there with most of the songs that's either catchy or familiar, or you know, we try to give things a little bit of a hook, whether it's on the guitar, the bass, the vocals, whatever it might be. Um, you know, and we pride ourselves on really good harmonies and things like that. You referenced Allison Chains. I mean, that's one of the
Yes.
most memorable things, you know. So we try to stick in that sort of you know, that realm as it would be, and it's worked out so far.
I did notice that uh, you have can all the members in your band sing?
Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, I've been like the main backup singer in some bands before,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm the worst singer in this band. Which, yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, you'll get to a point and you're like, okay, let's kick a 2-3 part harmony in there. It's like, who's gonna do it? It's almost like drawing straws, or who wants to do it, or you know, I mean, it's great. I mean, Et is by far, I mean, that guy's an amazing singer. So you put him and Rob together. If there's a 2-part, we're going to default to them every single time. But if we need more, Kay Flynn and I got it covered. You
You
know.
can go in for it. That's
Yep.
and ET sounds like a very very talented person. My
Oh,
God.
without a doubt. I mean, the stuff that we've known each other for years, and you know, we'll get together, and you know, come up with a guitar riff or a bass riff or something, and I'll throw down a little demo track here in my dungeon as it would be, and give it to him, and then we'll get together on Pro Tools and we'll bang out some stuff and bring it to the band, and we probably had, this is looking like it's going to be an 8-song new record.
Okay.
I can confidently say we had 40 ideas to choose from. I mean, it's,
Really?
yeah, we turn the stuff out. So
So pretty soon we're going to see stuff coming from the Oddevens vault, man.
yeah,
If you're putting that much stuff together, man, you're going to turn around in a couple of years and you're like, damn, we have like 400 freaking songs, man.
I know it's funny. We'll go back sometimes. We're like, what about that one? We forgot about this one, you know. And it's funny. It'll be, you know, sitting on the shelf. We're like, man, let's pull that one out, you know. And we've only been around for, you know, we're coming up on 2 years this summer, but the ideas always come, and we're always working on new stuff. So
So do you find yourself doing that, like pulling from previous things that you've done, like not whole songs or anything, but it's like, hey, you know, that riff that we did in blah, blah, blah would work really well here.
yeah, I mean, one of the things that, you know, we said we want to get, you know, no matter if the song's heavy or not heavy or whatever, we wanted to stick with that whole kind of drop D tuning, which lends itself to that real
To
kind
that
of,
sound. Yeah.
yeah. And so you'll find yourself pulling from stuff that, you know, maybe you had a riff idea before and you're like, damn, you know what, that'll still kind of work over here. You know, whereas opposed to some of the other genres we've played in, maybe, you know, you got a riff, you're like, that's not going to work because it doesn't have that slinky Soundgarden, you know, kind of groovy grunge, you know, and this music, you know, you're just like, man, if you stay in that sort of area, man, it's awesome. It's so much fun to play live too. We love it, you know.
And speaking about your live shows, last thing I want to talk about is you mentioned a little while ago that you were setting up shows with some bands from like the late 80s, early 90s. And is that what you're trying to go, kind of where you're trying to go? Because their fans are you trying to be, God, how do I say this? Are you trying to be almost a bridge from the old to the new?
Hey, we'll take it. You know, if you told me was Slaughter my number one choice to go play the show with, I'd say no, we don't. We're not. You know, that's not a perfect pairing. But at the same time, do some of those fans like what we're bringing to the table? Absolutely.
Okay.
Do some of their kids, you know, that maybe are that show like what we're bringing? Absolutely. So I mean, we'll take it, man. If it rocks and it's going to draw a crowd, whether it's, you know, our crowd or piggybacking off of somebody else, let's do it, man. I mean, let's go out there and play some stuff. I mean, a couple of the great shows we did with the band previous were with Sponge. I mean, they're not very heavy, but
Yep.
you know what? They brought a great crowd, and we made a bunch of new fans. then when we got, you know, the Oddeven going, transitioned into that, and now they're showing up at shows. And I think that's one of the great things about this band. One of the things I'm really proud of is that we are able to transcend, you know, some genres of rock. You know, if you got somebody that's screamo, and I'm not saying anything bad about this, it's a lot harder to transcend. I'll go out and watch that stuff all day.
That's true.
You know, I mean, I'll get up in front and get crazy with Lamb of God, for example. But can Lamb of God play a show with Slaughter Crowd? I don't know if they can. We can. You know what I mean?
That's, well, they might go and play their set and have like 2/3 of the crowd leave for a while and go eat and get beer and stuff.
You're right. That's right. That's right.
But yeah, I see what you're saying. That's you do have, there is a uniqueness to the band and to your sound. I really love it, and I really do think that I myself think it's going to be a bridge from the old to the new, because things have to start changing. I mean, they're still calling stuff from 40 years ago that they were playing like in the late 70s, early 80s. Like
Right.
they're still calling that classic rock. Well, it's like you kind of got to move like the line a little bit, you know. But
Right.
we thank you so much for being on Real Rock Nights. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Cheers. Thanks for having me.